Alright, hello everyone, my name is Veritas and welcome back to Destiny. So today we're going to discuss what happened yesterday. The update came out, big old nice fancy update hit. We got some new stuff, we got some new things, we got some new places to explore. Did we? Yes, technically we did. So, why is my sparrow like kicking out dust? That was weird. Anyway, so yesterday, big old December update hit. We got the Sparrow Racing League, 2 new Sparrow Racing maps, we got new Sparrows, new shaders for the Sparrows, new Sparrow armor, we got new guns that came back from last year, we got some new exotics that weren't here last year. Got a bunch of new fancy stuff, and I was pretty fucking excited about it yesterday. It was definitely fun to jump in. Sparrow Racing is super fun, for sure. Sparrow Racing is a treat, is a joy. It's definitely something that I would recommend doing if you haven't yet. It is a game to play with friends, though. I did play it alone for a while, and it was stressful trying to get in first place, or just trying to not deal with player collision. As you know, I love player collision, and Sparrow Racing is really just like weaponized player collision, so that's fun. But yeah, so I would suggest that. I played with Cat last night a little bit. That was pretty fun. Helped him get his races won. I was kind of like his bouncer. I would sit behind him in second place the whole map and just knock people out of the way so he could win the races. And it was just really fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, and he had a lot of fun, I think. And yeah, everything was pretty good. Now, outside of the Sparrow Racing, I know some people don't much care for Sparrow Racing. It's like, oh, just a cheap game mode. It's fine. It's free. You don't have to play it, but if you do play it, you'll like it. So, that's a thing. Anyway, so outside of Sparrow Racing, we got some new exotics. That's the next big thing we're going to talk about. We'll talk about the nerfs and buffs to Titans later. I already talked about that once. We don't need to talk about it, but I will discuss it. But I haven't played on my Titan yet, other than the Nightfall, and I didn't really notice anything different. I never actually noticed any difference on my Defender, mainly because the only difference to Defender is the regen to overrides when the bubbles activate, and I think I did that once. So anyway, let's talk about the exotics. So yesterday I started burning my 102-3 of coins while playing Heroic Strikes, because Heroic Strikes seem to give off more end game boss loot or legendary engrams, and got a couple of them. They all turned into stuff I didn't want or already had. One of them actually turned into this Super Good Advice, which, if you don't know, was a gun most people didn't like from year one. They said it was too unstable, they didn't like how it worked, and I just said it was because they didn't know how to use it. And it was true. Most people just used it like, it's going to shoot bolts in a straight line permanently. It was more of like a burst fire machine gun that you had to kind of like know what you're doing to be able to use it right, and it kind of bugged me. People didn't like it, but I got one last night. I also got a Thunderlord from the Nightfall, so I've got two 310 two 310 machine guns now that I can mess around with, which would be nice. But I didn't get anything new. I'm still looking for a Baron's Ambition. Side note, I know this is more of like a let's discuss the update and our opinions on it thing, but side note, I'd really like it if the strike-specific loot was smart. Like, say, I have gotten 3 Devouring Maw helmets from Saber, and I've gotten 2 Taniks cloaks, but I've never gotten a Baron's Ambition, which is the Fallen Strike machine gun that you can get, which is basically a reskin of the Orbix Fell machine gun, but it looks cooler, and it seems to be stronger. Like, it's a year 2 variant, so you can infuse it and stuff, and I'm kind of looking for that. And I can't seem to get the damn thing, which is really frustrating to me. The smart loot's not very smart, but so that's my only complaint about that. That and the Maulers that I can't seem to get, but those are more specific. I've done a lot of Nightfalls with the Shield Brothers and haven't gotten that yet, which is, it's saddening. It's saddening, definitely, but, oh well. One day, hopefully, eventually. While looking for those things, I can just burn 3 of coins. They also added Omnigul back into the strike rotation, which is stupid to me. The only thing I can think of that they would do that for is last night someone on Reddit did find out in the armory on Bungie.net that the what was it, the helm of Krolox, which was that legendary hunter helmet that looked like a Curse Thrall face. That, it was mentioned very briefly from time to time. I don't think many people actually know what it looks like. It essentially looks like a Curse Thrall face that's like, instead of like a gray, it's like a deep red. like a deep red and like a blue. Looks like a poison pool all over your face. It kind of looks like a Graviton forfeit if you combine it with a Cursed Thrall's head. But that used to be called the Helm of Krokos, or something like that. Krokos or Krolkos or Krolox or something like that. And it was renamed in this update to the Hood of Malok. Now, if you don't know Malok's name also appears one other time in the game, albeit not in the Bungie Weekly Update, because whoever writes that completely continues to misspell Malok as Marok. But Malok appears in another gun name, and I will bring it over now so you can see it for an example. It appears in... Hang on, let me get rid of my fucking dim is like, hey, you got too much stuff on your character. Here we go. You'll see it pop up on the side of the screen. It appears in this gun's name. So what people are thinking is that the Hood of Malok will come from the same place as that, the Grasp of Malok. Now, the theory there is, why would you introduce Omnigul into the Strike rotation playlist unless there was some reason for Omnigul to be there? Now, if in the past, if you wanted to farm the Omnigul Bond for a Warlock, which was a Strike-specific drop from Omnigul, no mystery there, or the Grasp of Malok Pulse Rifle, you'd have to farm Omnigul. Now people are starting to theorize that maybe the Hood of Malok for the Hunter will also come from farming Omnigul. And the last thing I saw about it was last night. I haven't looked into it anymore, but I assume that Reddit will be ablaze if, in fact, that is the case, because it is a legendary Hunter helmet that isn't the Raid helmet, that actually looks pretty cool. You know, kind of like the Mask of Allah Cool or whatever, the Dark Blade's helm. It being special and something you can put on. Because, I mean, you can put on, the Dark Blade's helm with Maul's Maulers and, like, an exotic chest piece and, like, the Raid boots, and you look fucking cool. It's just, like, you can put on really whatever you want. And it's nice that the Strike stuff is legendary and not exotic, because it does feel like that the look of the Strike stuff definitely kind of, like, lends itself to an exotic style, where it's, like, specialized and neat and intricate and not just, a recoloring of Crucible or Vanguard armor or, something like that, or like raid gear like everyone has. But, when everyone has the Strike loot, it's gonna, it's just cool you can combine them. I always catch myself thinking, oh, you can't combine Strike loot, and you can. It's pretty cool. I just don't have any. I don't think anything other than the Titan has two things. Honestly, unless you count the Omnigul Bond, but I wouldn't really say that's armor. It's more of just an aesthetic piece. But yeah, so that's cool. I'm glad about that. That's neat. That maybe that's something we can obtain now. And as you saw, my emblem is the Golgoroth Challenge emblem. That is for doing Spider-Man with all the fun stuff. The challenge for Golgoroth this week, if you haven't figured it out or haven't looked into it yet, is to basically every time you start a damage phase, you have to every member of your fire team has to hold the gaze at least once. So essentially what people are doing now, the cheese strategy for it, or the easy way out of it, is to essentially just do the one pool strategy, and then, assign numbers to everyone. So number 1 will take the gaze first, as like the primary gaze holder. Number 2, when you get down to about 5 seconds left on the gaze, number 2 will go over to the back right-hand corner of the map where the Adept on the right-hand side stands. When he gets over there, he will take it by shooting him in the back once Golgoroth's attention is taken. 2, at that point, 2 will be on the other side of the map, and 1 will be on the front left, 2's in the back right. You can kind of see where this back and forth is going. So 1's in the front left, 2's in the back right, 3's in the front left, 4's in the back right, 5's in the front left, 6's in the back right, and after 1 has it for the damage rotation, 2 will take it to get everyone out of the pool, and then once his back opens up, 3 will take it in the front, and then 4 will take it in the back, and then 5 in the front, and then 6 will take it in the back finally to finish off the damage phase. And all you have to do at that point is either shoot the orbs or run away and just survive long enough until you have failed to capture his gaze after the damage cycle is over. And do that 3-4 times or as many times as you need to before Golgoroth is dead. And yeah, that's how you do challenge mode. That's the easiest way to do challenge mode right there. It sounds kind of complicated explaining it, but if you get in there and you're like, okay, assign numbers, yada yada, as long as no one dies, and if you do die, you need to be a Sunsinger, because everyone has to take it. If someone does die and they're not the Sunsinger, you have to kill Golgoroth on that next damage phase. He has to basically die before the gaze runs out. So yeah, I mean, essentially, I guess you could change up numbers. So, like, if number 3 dies, you could just make number 4 3, 5 4, and 6 5, and then hope to God he's dead. But no one's going to be shooting him at that point because of the one orb strategy. So, a lot of people are going to do it differently. Some people are not going to do it like that. Other people might. Overall, I don't really think it's complicated. It's more of just challenge mode has become like this. Everyone kind of shares the the focus of the encounters, which I don't actually think would work if they put challenge modes into Vault of Glass, because even in the heyday of Vault of Glass, when that was like a thing done every single day, when it was super serious, everyone was elitist as shit, and that was like the main focus of the game, people still couldn't figure out how to fucking run the relic. And I think now, especially with most people in the game having never done Vault of Glass, it seems, that it's just weird that I don't think that would be a good idea, because that would be very rage-inducing to have people that came in from Taken King that have never done VOG have to run Relic in VOG, be it Templar, Gatekeeper, or Atheon, because Atheon's is completely random, unlike what it used to be, and Templar is, I wouldn't think, I don't even actually know if they could do that, because of how random it is. There's really no choice in VOG. Maybe you have to, I don't know, maybe actually for the Templar you'd have to like drop the relic and everyone would have to drop his shields unless you killed him first or something. I don't know how they would do that, but I think if they did it for the old raids, it wouldn't be the same overall idea as King's Fall. King's Fall seems like a team building exercise, or like everyone can do it, because honestly the mechanics of King's Fall aren't necessarily that difficult. The only part of that I would think is actually hard to do would be the jumping areas in Oryx, which I can see how people would have a problem on just because of how annoying that is. But other than the jumping things on Oryx, I don't really see how anything else is really that big of a deal. I mean, all you have to do is stand there and shoot ads for War Priest, and for Golgoroth, all you have to do is juggle the gaze and shoot some orbs, and hopefully your team is helping you with that. So that looks like a good idea. So yeah, I think that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. I do want to keep going, though, in a different video. I think maybe I'll put out 2 videos over the course of 2 days or something. But this video, I wanted to center it around update stuff. So Golgoroth Challenge coming out yesterday, the Sparrow Racing League coming out yesterday, the new exotics, things like that. There are some secret exotics that got launched, like the Ram got put out. The tool, the icons for hard mode raid gear got changed up a little bit. There's a bunch of new just stuff. Also, if you never got a year 1 faction ship from your faction of choice, and you could only get a year 2 one, say like this one, or the one from New Monarchy, or the one from Dead Orbit, and you were wanting a year 1 ship, like the Fermi Solution from Dead Orbit, or the Tilehard War from Future War Cult, or the, what was it called? The New Monarchy one, the Visible Hand. If you were in the market for one of those types of ships, and you wanted them, when Taken King came out, it was not known whether or not you could actually get them to drop anymore or not. No one could figure it out. This is the Visible Hand, by the way. This one coming in right now. Hopefully. Perhaps. But there was no way to know if they actually dropped or not. I reached out to Bungie and major community members many times, trying to figure out if these year 1 faction ships could in fact drop after Taken King. And the consensus was essentially no. I never really got a reply, but I kind of figured out after ranking up with Future War Cult 35 to 40 times post Taken King that the ships were not longer in the loot pool. I am 42 on this character. My hunter is 91. So I'm rank 133 across all 3 characters in Future War Cult, and I never got the ship to drop ever. Until in the patch notes they said year 1 faction ships are now dropping again from faction packages. I ranked up twice and got this thing. Now, if you don't know what the Tilehard War is, actually, I'll say this. If you're done listening to the information about yesterday's update, You can click off now. Have a great day. I'm going to spiel a little bit on the Talhard War and tell you guys a little personal story of mine dealing with this ship. If you're interested in hearing my plight, go ahead and stick around. If not, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you clicking and being here for this long, and I hope you guys enjoyed the update. If you want to stick around, go ahead. But for the rest of you, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Now, for those that you want to hear about this, the Talhard War, you might be thinking, oh, it's a silly-looking faction ship from year one. You might have one. One of your friends might have a couple of them. It's an exceedingly rare ship. All in all, this ship in the database for collection is, at one point, I believe a couple months ago, right after House of Wolves came out, I think what it was, or near the end of House of Wolves, was the rarest ship in the game. And that's serious. It was the rarest ship in the game. Like, this was the ship that the fewest people had. And that's considering Chasing Infinity. If you don't know what Chasing Infinity is, it was the ship that dropped randomly after doing Queen's Wrath quest missions week 2 and 3 of Vanilla Destiny. Including that ship, I think, was the statistic, including that ship, that this one right here was even rarer than that. And honestly, that's pretty true. I think those two ships are about as rare as each other. I have seen a total of 2 or 3 Chasing Infinities in the wild, and I've seen a total of, till now, this is the 4th Talhard War I've seen. I started seeing Talhard Wars right at the end of House of Wolves. Right at the end, like the last week before 2.0 hit, and that week before Taken King hit, I saw one, and then I saw another, and then I saw a third one, just a little, like a last week or something, and then I got this one yesterday. So this is the 4th Talhard War I've seen, and I've seen maybe 2 or 3 Chasing Infinities. So they're exceedingly rare ships as I punch the shit out of my fucking pop filter. So yeah, I tried to get this ship so hard in year 1, pouring so many hours and hours and hours and duplicating bounties at 5 a.m. in the morning, and it is 5 a.m. in the morning, I hate myself, and all that kind of stuff to get this ship, and I got it yesterday, and I just fucking left the room and just wanted to cry. I was so happy that this thing finally dropped. And you might be saying, Veritas, it's not that good of a looking ship. I honestly think that the Year 2 ship looks better. Look at it. Look how fancy and colorful it is. It looks like the Iron Banner ship. It's just a reskin. It's just a reskin of the Iron Banner ship. I don't know what you're excited about. I don't know how you could be excited about a reskin of the Banner ship. Bitch, this is the Banner ship. This is the OG Banner ship. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I want to talk about. The Talhard War was the last item from year 1. The last year 1 item I didn't have that I wanted. The other thing I think I eventually did get, it was the Tire shader, I believe, which is one of the Future War Cult shaders, and then the Talhard War was the last one. If you're curious what the Banner ship looks like in comparison to the Road Unraveled, this is the Road Unraveled. It looks like this, and then the Hebridean Thought Crime looks like this. So honestly, I think that I would say that the Road Unraveled was made first, and then this one was made. People will say this was made, and then this one. I just think honestly that this model was made, and they just said, let's color it green and red, and let's color it fucking everything. And then that's what happened. So yeah, there's some new shaders for SLR and stuff like that. If you want to get those, they're in the kiosk. This is the thing for Golgoroth and such and things like such as. And you have some horns here you can be like. So that's fun. So yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you have anything to add about the update yesterday, go ahead. I think I'll record a video, maybe do a strike or something, and talk to you guys just about the fun of Destiny and how great it is. Maybe an off video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, a rating, I much appreciate. Actually, let's go talk to the gunsmith and see what we got from the rank up package. So we'll go do that, and then we'll go ahead and leave. So yeah. So that's the thing. Let's fast forward to the gunsmith, shall we? Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got from our package. Ooh, elude me. Ooh, what? Imprecation. The first curse quest line. That's funny. Like I care. Ooh. 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 This is a dirty pulse rifle. Too bad it's a pulse rifle. Anyway, so it's funny. All right. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, a rating would be much appreciated. I do fucking wholeheartedly appreciate everything. You guys watching this kind of stuff and all of that. I do appreciate it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, a rating would be much appreciated. And yeah, until the next video, have a great day, everyone.